They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother him. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This pass finds its way to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone, how about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Pharaoh Cooper on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottom levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And so from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
A catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in speed.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Bridgewater throwing complete here to Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Panther.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That one complete to Anderson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
at the Chargers' 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Anderson.
Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Chargers' 9.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Jerry Tillery coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback. He's not being hit. As you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Joe Reed returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10.
Chargers football again, and the LA Chargers had a tough one in week 2, Charles. Loss against Kansas City. It was their first game at SoFi Stadium. Really had a good chance to get to 2-0, but Harrison Butker hit a 58-yarder in a crazy sequence at the end to beat them. And boy, the Chiefs have had their number. That's now 12 losses in their last 13 meetings with KC. But it was the NFL debut for the 6th overall pick, Justin Herbert. Tyrod Taylor, a late scratch due to chest pains prior to kickoff. Herbert, though, acquitted himself pretty well through a first-half touchdown pass, and he ran for one as well.
Yeah, ended up going over 300 yards passing in his debut. But how about this? He got the word that he was going to start literally seconds, minutes before kickoff. Because Tyrod Taylor, the normal starter, had chest pains. They ended up taking him to the hospital. It turned out he was okay. That was terrific. But here's Herbert. They always say you have to prepare as if you're going to play. He did, and he did well. And he was the first guy with a passing and a rushing touchdown in the first half of his debut since the immortal of Angelo State transferred from Houston. Yes, that Bob Clyde, and he did it with the New York Giants in 1954.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember that game like it was yesterday. A heck of an effort by Bob. But, hey, head coach Anthony Lynn said after the game that the job still belongs to Taylor when he returns. Do you agree?
I agree in theory, but I also wonder how much longer that will last. Because once you let that young man go out in the field and play, it's hard to reel him back in. And now I think there's additional pressure on Tyrod Taylor to play very well when he comes back. Otherwise, the call for Justin Herbert will be very loud from the Chargers faithful.
Brings up second.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers 31. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
29-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Panthers 3.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they do get him down, but not before he's he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And a short kick taken at about the 16. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Cannon on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about...
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. That's complete to McCaffrey.
Bridgewater's pass.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the
He
play.
caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
A gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Extra point.
And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as as the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Cooper on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Panther
from the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To the air again with Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Facing this big 1st half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenneth Murray. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this 1st half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. We'll attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Well, for the Carolina Panthers, an 0-2 start to 2020. They fall to the Raiders at home and then drop one on the road at Tampa, 31-17. And we've mentioned before, this a very young team, a lot of new faces, especially on the defensive side of the football. And young defense versus Tom Brady, not normally a matchup that Tom Brady loses. But the Bucs defense held Christian McCaffrey to his 2 lowest yardage outputs in 2019, and they did it again in Week 2. 59 yards rushing, 29 receiving.
And you mentioned that young defense. Remember, in this past draft, every pick they made was a defensive player. So that tells you where their emphasis was going into this season, even as they try and get the entire team going with a brand new head coach and brand new system. Is that defense you just mentioned? They keyed on Christian McCaffrey, and it worked in a big way. And in addition, McCaffrey left the game with an ankle injury down the stretch. Expected to keep him out a couple of weeks. That'll continue to hurt the Carolina offense and output. And where are they going to get their wins, Brandon? Where's it going to come from? Look at the schedule. At the Chargers, home for Arizona, and at Atlanta in a division game. Tough sledding coming up for the Panthers.
Dancing to his left. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away.
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Complete to number 11.
Robbie Anderson. As the first half is winding down, and the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running back,
right,
those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Burris.
Herbert's pass intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over first down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. Wait, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up second down.
But let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good supply.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 52 yards. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts.
Get him. He's sacked back at the 10.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep going back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Making the tackle there, Corn Elder.
The 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to look downfield for him. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Look to fight another down, right?
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down and goal.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays, and finally it's paid off for him because in 2019 had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards.
Hammering from the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Busting free at the 10. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I enjoy watching Keenan Allen play. Such passion, such drive, such physicality. 1,199 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's made 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances, in addition to 3 straight seasons, over 1,100 yards.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Reed, 29 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
For the extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Cooper on the return. They nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pick.
The tackle made by Joey.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third down.
Now Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
At their own 30.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead in the 4th quarter. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That throw into the arms of Allen, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's to 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And this is incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. 3rd down here.
Brings up a
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
the 14-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the wall. Gain yet again, just like last play.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take up.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
25-yard
Carolina getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Panthers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Panthers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The ball carrier taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 6 yards.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Once more, here's Eckler. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Derek Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yep, a sack. I expect to see that often in this league because this is a guy who adds not just size, speed, but versatility. You can play him all up and down the defensive front. You can put him out at defensive end if you want to. But I think he's best at defensive tackle, working inside and using that speed and agility to work over the offensive guards and centers. I think his quickness will continue to be too much for them.
Bridgewater on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time.
The Panther.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Bridgewater again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run to the ground, and they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown.
Cooper on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Just take over 1st and 10 at their own 34.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind.
It's
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Chargers
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.